Havo. Havo. Oh, it's not murder if you listen closely. It won't have to be murder. I love Yandere emote, just comes natural to me. But it's probably one of my favorite emotes. I'll probably do a short stream today. I'll definitely start up the game. The Infectious Disease of Dr. Dekker. I'm gonna start anew. There is a 0 hints thing. I wanna not use hints. I'm gonna do a new game. I'm sorry. We go to the right. I think this is a good position now. No, there will be a game. There will be a game. I'm just making it happen right now. I'm gonna start again without hints. I remember a couple of the questions because I saw that there is an achievement for no hints and I want the achievements. So we're gonna start with Bryce this time. So we're gonna start from the top. Last time we questioned Mariana and Bryce. I could start with Mariana again. I remember more of the Mariana questions. Let's go with Mariana again. I'm gonna just restart so you can see the story again.
Faculty thinks I've gone loopy, like some kind of spongy Mobius.
We're looking into a madness of somebody.
Dr. Dekker.
I can see people's dreams.
I've set up an experiment.
My dad is trying to hurt me.
Quantum suicide.
Sting is fine right now. Thank you, Sleric.
Concentrate hard enough.
It is helping.
And I
love it.
The person's going to be asleep. I can have the dream with them.
Well, let's call him God. He creates this world for his amusement, something he can play with and occasionally alter to suit his mood.
It feels like the paintings are watching me.
Sometimes, when I walk through a door, it takes me somewhere else. Literally somewhere else.
God loves chaos.
You were a great help. Thank you, Sleric. Thank you.
And evolve. What was once chaotic becomes, well, more ordered.
It starts as a door-to-door saleswoman. Double glazing, probably.
Well, then it works, Potsa.
I think we both know what you dreamed about last night.
I've seen its silhouette changing through the window.
Because he thinks I'm evil. Because I can
Exactly.
see things other people can't.
On the basis the central component of our universe is chaos, science can only document a perception of the chaos at any one given moment in time.
I did what you said, Doctor. They arrested me.
Which means that at any given moment, we can choose to alter our perception of the world, no matter how much chaos that would cause.
So this is a psychological game.
To fix me.
We are the psychologists.
And you're just laughing!
You're insane, Doctor.
Listen to me! You're not listening! It's your only bloody job!
Yeah, I'm bad at that as well. Now, fun fact, my mom actually was a psychologist. She had a diploma.
And after all those promises, never mind, let's not keep the patient.
And
And after all those promises.
she was a very good one at her job.
And after all those promises.
And she also was a parapsychologist, which is awesome and very cool in my opinion. But then again, my mom was pretty cool, in my personal opinion. Otherwise, I wouldn't want her to be my mom, you know? I got lucky with my parents.
You're late. And after all those promises, never mind, let's not keep the patients waiting. And if you want anything, just... Oh, sorry, I forgot. I'm not going to be here. The police still have some questions.
Correct, Sleric.
To ask about, you know. And then after that, I'm dropping in to see Ben. He's still in shock, and I thought we'd show...
I mean, let her watch with you. She will find out that it's not porn.
Doctor. Good. Anyway, I hope you're all caught up on Dr. Dekker's tapes. I think Mariana is in first, but I'm sure they'll all become a blur by the end of the day. I'll see you later. Or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. I'll leave it to you then.
explanation again real quick. We have different stages of patients. If they have a red dot, we still need to really talk to them. Amber is, we got a few important questions from them, but they're not yet done talking. We could get more info out of them. Green is when we completely squeezed every piece of info out of them. As such, we also have the responses tab. Responses with orange 2 stars say you can follow these up a little bit. These are important to the story. Green stars are important extras, aka not important to the story, but important to us because I do want to have all the answers. So to green them out, you also want to make sure you follow up with questions that have still 1 green star. We will start with Mariana Pazza, the one that you thought was a little bit porny, while the only thing that she is doing is wearing a dress and no shoes. So Mariana, in all honesty, the only porn she is offering us is feed for free. Yeah, sure, she is a little bit flirty, but flirty isn't 18 plus. If it is for you, I would like to ask you to check your view of things sometimes, because that's a little narrow, in my opinion. Barry used to tease me when she knew my big sister was sitting next to me. Well, if you like it. Yeah, if you notice her lying on the sofa sometimes, she doesn't wear shoes, I think. But Mariana will be free feed, I suppose. Anyway, let's not keep her waiting. I remember questions. We will start normally. Cause, you know, this is the first time meeting, right? New patient, new doctor. Who are you?
Mariana. Are you feeling okay?
Yes. You can also answer the questions. I'm feeling okay.
That's what Dr. Dekker would say.
Okay, I guess. You know, what do you think about Dr. Dekker?
Dr. Dekker was fine. He had good relationships with his patients as far as I know. I'm not sure why anyone would want him dead.
See, Dr. Dekker got murdered. Here you have the free feed, courtesy of Mariana right now. So, what do you know? Because that's our end goal. We want to find out why Dr. Dekker died, and eventually if he was killed or not, and who killed him. So what do you know about Dr. Dekker's murder?
Well, that's why you're here, isn't it? You've replaced him. He was a good listener. I hope you are.
I like her personally. Like, who wouldn't? Let's be honest. Who wouldn't like her? she is a pleasant personality. A little freaky, sure, but she is a pleasant personality. Of course. Thank you for letting me know that the game is not loud enough. Why was he a good listener?
Dr. Dekker could really get
Thank
inside
you.
you. It was
He could get inside you.
unsettling. But you let him do it. Part of the process, I guess.
Part of the process. Why are you here? I remember this as
I
well.
think you're supposed to tell me what's wrong with me. Isn't that how it works? The police keep picking me up for public nudity.
So, you know, often psychologists, psychiatrists, therapists, and stuff, they will often ask you why you are there, because your motivation to be there can be crucial to handling you and like working with you to solve whatever issue you have. The thing is, these issues can rank widely, you know. Those can be like very, seemingly minor things like stage fright. Stage fright is a big thing, but like seemingly minor. Or it can be like a huge thing like an actual mental illness. So asking why a patient is there can help determine if they actually want to be there, because sometimes you're coerced by family and friends to go there and you don't really want to go there. So there is like another Anyway, so I was talking about these things. So sometimes they're coerced, and then they have to work way longer with you to get to a point where you're yourself in for therapy. But otherwise, it can also give them pointers, like if somebody is very self-aware, how self-aware they are. If they are overly self-aware, it gives you a lot of pointers, and it's a good conversation starter technically, because determining why you're there and why you feel you're there is very important to the start of therapy. Let's replay this real quick so I know where we're going, so because my brain just got my brain just disconnected a bit.
I think you're supposed to tell me what's wrong with me? Isn't that how it works?
And that is not how it works, by the way.
Keep picking me up for public nudity.
Ah, yeah, alright, the public nudity thing. That is, funnily enough, it's actually not how it works. You don't go to a therapist and they just immediately tell you what's wrong with you. They determine what your issues are, where your daily life is impaired, and how to help you with that. Like a good therapist, in my personal opinion, or a good psychologist or a psychiatrist will not tell you that you are that something is wrong with you or you are broken, but they will rather phrase it in a way that's literally looking at what your situation makes harder to what's harder to handle with you in your situation and all that. I personally, that's for me, that's a red flag if a therapist tells me this and this is wrong with me, as in literal wording. Mainly because I've only seen that from therapists, psychologists, and psychiatrists that didn't want to deal with patients, but just wanted to quickly pull out a diagnosis and get it done with. Those were also the people that diagnosed immediately right from the spot, from the get-go, after they only talked to you for a minute. And I've gotten the weirdest diagnoses from those people, like severe narcissism, severe egocentric thinking. There was also, I don't know what the word for it was, but there was a diagnosis of not being able to feel emotions and being like a hollow person. I've also got a diagnosis once for a multiple personality disorder, which I don't have, because they didn't know how coping mechanisms work, and I had a lot of them as a child. I've gone through a lot of diagnoses, and all of them were kind of far off. All because only the first one ever was able to diagnose autism, and my parents never told anybody about it again, and I didn't know for the longest period of my life, and I was like, well, I don't know, you tell me. And they apparently also didn't know. I guess maybe the egocentrism and the hollowness and not being able to feel emotions probably were misdiagnosed due to me not wanting to talk to them at all, plus autism. I wouldn't be surprised if it's that. And all of them were only talking about what's wrong with me. And then I once met a person that was actually a good therapist, but they didn't have space for me, and they never talked about what's wrong. They were always talking about what impacts your life. And my mom was also one of those, but my mom couldn't help me, of course, because you can't offer therapy to family members. You can, of course, talk to them as a family member, but it's still a different relation, it's still a different relationship. But I know that my mom did the same with her patients, and of course HIPAA and all, and I do not know the specifics, but I know that she had people with severe mental illnesses to the point of some of them being actually dangerous. While she was still working as a psychologist, she stopped that because it was too harsh on her at some point. I know that she always went in from the standpoint, okay, this is impacting your life and is potentially impacting others' lives. What can we do to lessen the impact? What can we do to work around it? And that's kinda, because of my mom, I kinda have like a high expectancy for therapists and stuff, and it's super hard to find one, even though I would like somebody to help me with a lot of things. Like, I'm at the point in life where I'm ready to like work through things, and I have worked through things on my own a ton already, but it's just easier to have somebody to maybe give you a couple of pointers in between. And, you know, that's what they can do. They can give you a couple of pointers where to go if you don't know where to go. It's surprising how many people share, let's see, a diagnosis from a similar spectrum in your friend group if you are on a specific spectrum. Like, honestly, it's surprising, and that's why sometimes I feel like I'm a magnet. Like, I'm pulling those people in, but you're all welcome because same. Like, I'm bad at wording, that's why I'm not a therapist. Plus, I think I would be the opposite of a good therapist with my ability to read people. That is kind of non-existent. Except if they are, like, exactly going through the points that, you know, I'm used to. Like, I watch a couple of videos and stuff, and I do that every once in a while to just have more pointers on body language and stuff, to know how I have to move. And I noticed that a lot of non-neurodivergent people happen to, like, move like that, but it all makes it very active for me. But everyone who doesn't, or people tend, as soon as they are more comfortable, not adhere to those body language standards, let's say, even like non-neurodivergent people. So it becomes harder to read as soon as I become friends with them. And then I fuck up even more. And I'm like, ugh, because I also stop reading them on purpose, you know? Because I get comfortable, so I'm like, I'm starting to be myself, and that is usually the point where people start to dislike me. The more comfortable I get, the bigger the possibility of me not being loved by them anymore. That's why it's always, like, kind of on a timer. Like, even with my loved ones, I am kind of unconsciously or subconsciously always waiting for that timer to run out. And I'm scared of that day every time. It's one of the things that regularly gives me depression. You also sometimes study my reactions too. I have to, Barry. That's like, you know, if you do something as a survival mechanism so long, you start doing it with everyone at all times. Like, I am slowly losing up and stuff, but I catch myself doing that a lot. And I cannot, like, you get used to it. Like, you really get used to it. I also catch myself staring into random mirrors a lot, checking my expression and everything. That's what probably prompted the narcissism. The wrong narcissism diagnosis. Because, you know, I have to check back. You know how nice video calls are, because I can see a picture of myself and I can constantly study myself and how I look and if I look normal. Or like if I would like fit in. I look at my own image more than the others. But I heard that from a lot of people, so that might actually be a normal thing. But then again, like, you know, normal is a very unclear thing anyway, because what's normal, you know? Everybody has their own normal. Like, there is also the issue that I can get, like, severely angry at nothing. And while I'm menstruating, that bleeds out, like, pun not intended, through any mask that I could put up. It was one of the reasons why last Friday I got angry, because, like, there was this filter doesn't work well while on hormonal trips. So I'm currently without my hormonal plaster, so, you know, it's all unregulated and it bleeds through emotionally. That also happened for, like, one of the games I was playing with my love, so how can everyone dislike you? I thank you kindly, Sleric. Barry Sleric, I thank you kindly. I I've been bullied and severely beaten up during my entire school time. A lot of people dislike me just because I'm me. Don't worry. That is easy. What's normal? What is normal? You know, I read What is Normal with the sound of What is Love. What the fuck? Tina Turner, what did you do to me in my childhood? The digital world is so much easier sometimes, but it can also be so much worse. Oh no, Mary. We don't want you dead. It's normal. Okay, so why are you here? And she told me something about the public nudity. You have been picked up for public nudity?
I black out. And then the next thing I remember, I'm naked on the beach. Like I've been washed up on shore.
Time with you is also always lovely,
Nobody's
Larry.
pressed charges yet, but I can feel it. The police are getting suspicious.
She can feel it. Can you feel it too, chat? Okay, so there is definitely still more. We have notes, like current notes say, Mariana has blackouts. Does she remember anything during? Sustain any injuries? Those notes help us sort of questions through. That's probably also most of the notes that, like, therapists make, because they need to listen to you, aka they need to let you talk, but they still need to go through questions that arise. And in a normal flow of conversation, you might, like, lose some questions you were thinking about, and they are, like, meticulously noting down questions to help them really think of everything. There's also a reason why I couldn't be a therapist, because holy shit, that's a lot of work. You're, like, actively listening in, actively asking questions, and all the questions that pop up in your head, you have to note down, because you have to see which ones really need to be talked about again, or might need to be talked about again. And you note down what you found out, so you can, in the end, review everything every time to slowly work up a diagnosis whenever needed, or work up potential helps and pointers to like give that person an option to go with. That's a lot of work. I have a lot of respect for good therapists, psychologists, and psychiatrists. Time with me is lovely. Yeah, of course, Larry. Time with all of you in chat is lovely. Unless you get banned, of course, but there is no time with you anymore, so no issues there. When you're just like me, scared I did not have any original experience in life, not gonna lie. You know, if I learned one thing, definitely, everything has existed everywhere at some point. Like, just imagine, we have so many people on this earth. Even individual experiences may have been experiences by somebody already, or will be experienced by somebody else as well. There is a chance that you might be the first, but there is never the chance that you might be the last unless we all blow up tomorrow. So, she has blackouts. Then we've got verbal mirroring, which is basically the thing that you also... you don't do that in psychology only. Verbal mirroring is something I started using in job interviews at some point, and it really, like, did wonders. If you want somebody to trust you, just say the same that they do, rephrase it, and it makes them feel like you're thinking the same way. And you know, this nice feeling that you might have. Now, for example, Shiver, what you said, or what you told me, that you feel like we're kind of similar, you can enforce that. Like, I'm not enforcing that, I'm literally just being myself here, but you can enforce that by playing up to be similar. I do that regularly with a lot of people that I just have to interact with, and it makes interaction so much more easy. Because when they start trusting you, they start working with you better. Use yes or no when answering questions, very important here. The AI cannot pick up on it otherwise. Patients seem confused or probably ask something they have more than one answer to. You do say hello to patients, find out what's wrong with them, and see what they know about Dr. Dekker. So I could have read that last time, but yeah. So she has been picked up for public nudity. Do you black out often?
I do suffer from blackouts.
Oh,
which is
I
strange
forgot
because I've
DT,
been holding my breath
often.
for a really long time.
But I guess blackout was the trigger word.
I'm not swimming before I black out. Dr. Dekker thought it was anxiety originally. Then he worked it out.
Me arming the new... Oh, there's swimmer plans here. Oh no! Oh no! Barry! Did I leak? Yeah, you use it subconsciously, but you might have started consciously at some point. Or subconsciously found out that this is an easier way to go with.
I do
So
suffer
wait.
from blackouts, which is strange.
That
I can
holding
hold
your
my
breath
for
is
a
so
really long
weird.
time.
Why is she saying that in the middle?
I'm not swimming before I black out. Dr. Dekker thought it was anxiety originally. Then he worked it out.
So then he worked it out. What did he work out? I remember her not answering that. How did you black out often? I forgot the
He
T.
decided it wasn't anxiety, but
Ah, Sleric,
let me
thank
tell
you.
his final diagnosis. We should have a fresh start. I don't want you influenced by the prognosis.
I mean, I can understand that, but she says it so... She says it so playfully, it's kind of cute. That's like, clearly she doesn't trust me. I love how this game is made. Well, do you suffer from anxiety?
Dr. Dekker thought I had generalized anxiety disorder. GAD, because of the blackouts. He thought I was breathing badly. Do you think I'm breathing badly?
You know, she asked me if I think she's breathing badly, and I immediately look at her chest to, you know, see the movement, and I'm like, it's not the boobs, it's not the boobs, it's the boobs. I'm sorry, it's the boobs. I'm not looking respectfully. I should be looking respectfully, but I'm also not really looking disrespectfully, but I don't know if that would be called respectful. Let's be honest here. Those are nice. But she also has like a nice figure and all, and she looks very, very pretty. And I honestly love the dress and the fitting of the dress. And I am so, like, have you seen that necklace? It's beautiful, but it all just centers around, you know, I'm a simple girl. I see boobs I like. I'm sorry. So yeah, what is that disorder actually? Generalized anxiety disorder. GAD means that you're worrying constantly and can't control the worrying. Oh fuck, that hits home. Am I diagnosing myself here? No, I'm not. Healthcare providers diagnose GAD when your worrying happens most days and for at least 6 months. Okay, that is happening for years now, but the reason is apparent. Like, I'm not worrying without reason at least, but worrying may be something you are so used to you may think is just how you are. Damn! Common worries include your health, money, family, or work. I need more information. I need more information for my personal own reason, but... What? How can this be so true so far? Oh, really now? Really now? I look up the shit and I'm like, okay, so far there has nothing wrong being said about me. Oh, I need more information. Like, this is not enough for anything, but fuck, that checks out. That shit checks out. Chat. Basically, you wake up in the middle of the night worrying about my car being so... I mean, I don't wake up. I simply have constant nightmares. As soon as I try to sleep alone, I have nightmares, and I wake up through those nightmares. And those past nights, I haven't been sleeping a lot or well because of that. I wasn't getting my sleepy streamy that I'm used to, and that kind of quells that issue. Because I am at least able to, like, by now slowly push my worries onto, like, tomorrow when I'm not alone. Yeah, I'm alone most of the time. And I'm actually so used to worrying that I'm like, this is just who I am. Remember how I told you about the curse earlier? I don't think you all were there. Like if you, like everything I read right now is like so true. Imagine wanting to sleep but being unable to fall asleep at all. When you fall asleep at 3 a.m., you wake up at 4 a.m. and won't sleep anymore. Like that's a bitch. Insomnia is a bitch. At least you can be here with us. That is true. That is true. I'm very happy about that. I also, like, I actively want to worry less, but my worries are just like a mixture of worries, overworking myself, and then procrastinating to get rest. Then again, overworking myself, and then procrastinating, overworking myself, procrastinating, constantly worrying in between all the time. Oh, and that is one of the very few true diagnoses that I actually got in my life: burnout. I turned 18. That was my birthday gift. So yeah, I'm very heavily medicated because of my GAD. Oh, so that's actually a thing you know all about. I hope it helps, though. I hope what you're getting helps you a little with it. I mean, you might be very much worse than I am. But then again, like, every disorder is on a spectrum. Like, there are... You can never really say people are worse, better, whatever. I guess there can be 50 people with GAD and all 50 have slightly different representations. I'm pretty sure. Because that's usually the thing. Off topic, did they remove a clip of her leaning forward, or does that start appearing later? In the game, I don't know if they removed anything. No idea. But it might be starting appearing later, because, you know, I restarted because I want to do a run without hints, so I'm doing my very best. But I remember last time she started flirting with us at some point, and I think that might be the moment where the clip adds in. Yes, it helps. Okay, I'm glad Shivers. Medication can be hard to get the right one in. Also, like, I know it's a thing that you might have to change up every once in a while, but having some that helps, like, honestly, I'm glad you have the option. It's better now, but time is still a bitch sometimes. Mostly feel always too late on a lot of things. I feel you, Barry. If it time-wise helps you a bit, Barry. Most humans tend to get like around 80 years old now. Technically, you have time to be a child until you're 20. Technically, you still are so far away from the middle of your lifetime, which is 40, 45 right now. So don't worry. You're still in the first half. You're getting it. You're great. Don't worry about missing out on a lot of things and feeling like you have to be this good already. I'm kind of telling this to myself as well, but you haven't even entered the second half. You're so far away from the second half. There's still so much you can do. So don't worry. You're basically still turning into an adult. Most of us are still kids to somebody. Like, even if you're like 20, 25, 30, as long as you still have a parent that deems you a child of theirs, you are a child to somebody. You don't have to be a minor to be that. So, you know, live your life. It's okay. It's good. It's fine. It's okay. And we all love you. I'm honestly crying right now. Well, bitch, I am trying not to cry because every time I say that or hear that, it hits me hard. And I'm broken to the point that I cannot say that without crying. So it takes all my control right now to not let that be shown in my voice. Welcome to your weekly therapy test. Maybe. I honestly, I'm just telling you all what I sometimes want to hear, you know? And it's okay. We all need to hear that sometimes. That it's okay. My mental health was so good, really. They did everything to make my quality of life better. That is so great to hear, Shivers. Everybody deserves people like that. Be gentle to yourself and your inner child. Yes! Fun fact about children and adults. Children also always want to be an adult. So, actually, fun fact. Wanting to be an adult and acting as mature as possible is a childish thing. And not caring if you act like a child or enjoy things children enjoy is an adult thing to do. Like, that's actually a fucking fact. Honestly, what if you need to cry? I see no problem. We can offer you a shoulder if you need some place. Thank you. I have a huge mental barrier with crying. So it takes a lot. I cry way much easier during my menstruation, but like I'm like actually at the last couple of minutes of my offering to Corn, so I'm basically fine again. And all my filters are up and the walls are building again and everything's good and I can be in my safe mental spot. They are all crumbled and old and sandy walls because they have had to take a lot of hits. But I can mostly keep myself from crying with what I said right now. That sentence with the walls kind of made me pause for a second. Also, if you feel like your life is hard, don't worry, you're not alone. Life is a bitch sometimes. My plushie collection, I feel called out. Like, you had this meme in your channel a short while ago saying like, I'm not the good at math, I didn't get the good at math autism. I got the tons of plushies autism. I feel you. But honestly, knowing people who are good at math and have tons of plushies, those are not exclusive. Those are not exclusive. By the way, I used to be great at math as a child. Like, I was very, very great at it. And then I got a stroke and I lost my ability to do numbers. I'm still on my way relearning it. I'm so proud of the connections that my brain made again and the things that, like, the connections that grew again. So I have, like, the ability to do sometimes basic math on time in games. And I'm so heckin' proud of that, because it's a bitch to know that you were fucking good at something because it was just so easy. And doing the same now just literally presents you with a headache because the connections in your brain that were there have been broken and need to be replaced. But you're still trying to, like, zap energy through broken connections, and that is, like, physically painful. I'm not joking. Having a stroke is a bitch. Like, my brother also got one ages ago, but that was like because of bad, like, not ages ago, a couple of years ago, but that was mainly like he had one on its own, and then it was mainly, it got worse and worse and worse because of bad medical handling. So now he is like basically at 0, and I can imagine how frustrating that must be. Life is a bitch, yes. I want a favorite VTuber plush collection. I'm actually slowly getting there. You know, at some point I want to make a small Foxy plush, a white one and a brown one, but I'm not big enough for that yet. But you know, makeshift at some day. Literally went from high IQ autism to I can't wear socks or will get a mental breakdown. You know, I don't have the issue with socks, luckily. But yeah. I have the weirdest things that give me a mental breakdown as well. Heck! Stinky pizza! Like, I actually have a bit of the spoon thing some people have, because I cannot eat cereal with a big spoon. That is literally not possible. It's against the law. Don't give me a big spoon with cereal. It will taste awesome, but I have to force myself. It will take awful, not awesome. It will taste awful, and I will have to force myself to do it. And then I try to, like, fix it by just using half of the spoon, but it's like, it's so hard and it makes it so uncomfortable. And I feel like such an idiot for that. But I need small spoons for cereal. Everything else is illegal. I wish I was making this up. Autism and ADHD. Oh, I feel that, you know, it's like everything needs to have their spot and everything needs to be in order, but you can't be bothered to keep that state. It's literally impossible to have a clean home, but it needs to be. Something makes my autism sad, my ADHD makes me overreact. You know, I don't have an ADHD diagnosis, and a lot of the things that prompt my reactions that are close or very, very similar or the same as in ADHD diagnosis are prompted by my constant high level of stress. And if I actually manage to pull that down for a day, the reactions also subside. So I suppose I might not have ADHD. It might actually be stress for me. But I don't know, like some of those things are just hitting close to home. Say it's never too late to diagnose, but it can just be harder to find people who diagnose like you as an adult with autism. There have been years and years and years and years of people only thinking of autism as a thing that presents in children. And then those children are usually handled as being geniuses. So you grow up with the expectancy to be a genius and you end up just being a stupid little piece of shit with autism. I talk from experience. Everybody told me I'm a genius because I was able to write simple sentences and talk like a lot when I was 1 or 2 years old, but that was just my interest. And now I'm a stupid piece of shit. It's never too late. Yeah, it is never too late. It just becomes a little harder to find the professionals that can deal with your type of shit. That's sadly the thing. That's one issue I have around here as well. If I actually want a sitting of that again, and if I actually want a paper slip of that again, because the old one is somewhere, I don't know, and I don't think I'll ever get it again because like my mom died and my stepdad isn't really somebody I can talk to in that regard. You know, it's like I would have to have like a 2 to 3 hour ride, and I'm on a waiting list for 2 or 3 years. Like, at this point I've given up of getting that slip ever again. Like, I know it existed once. I know it existed while I was a child, so... I like how the stream has turned from gaming to be a psychology session. Well, the game is also a psychology session, so it works. it checks out, it works. My therapist told me that's like a feminine thing, and I was like, oh well, shit. Was that while you were still an egg and didn't know you had like little cracks showing up? Was that when you didn't know you were an egg? It's a psychology game, Patsa. We are a psychologist stepping in for Dr. Dekker, another psychologist or psychiatrist. And we are questioning his patients to find out about them, help them eventually in the process as well. But ultimately, we work for the police to find out who or what killed Dr. Dekker. Because he was, like, currently the state we're in is he was murdered. We don't know if that's, like, fully true, but that's the thing we're going with. Anyway, let's go to the last answer again. I need to freshen up. So, she suffers from anxiety, but she said her breathing seems normal. So I'm gonna just tell her and mirror, as we talked about, because she also seems to like not be thinking of the diagnosis as being correct, especially since she knows and got another one. So mirroring back to her, your breathing seems normal, should prompt something. I know I didn't find out about that in the first try because I never answered that question with the same sentence. Let's try.
You can check my breathing if you want.
Oh no, we got that one.
Do you want me to lie down? Can you tell just by looking at me? I'm not worried about it, just if you are.
See, she is a little worried about it. That would be the normal way to act if you're actually a little worried about it, but like it's not, maybe not too much. But the fact that she offers to lie down and us to come close might mean that she starts trusting us more. So, like, that's a possibility. So we could just go asking on. Did we have any infos here? Does she remember anything doing? Sustain any injuries? So I could... Have you tried filming it?
I film myself doing, lots of things. But it's not so easy to do when you're out.
Thirsty berry. But usually you can't do that hobby alone. You can do that hobby alone. You can be in a relationship with yourself. You can love yourself and make that a hobby. But ending that relationship is usually not as good because you cannot really get rid of it, except for some ways that I don't want to promote on stream. Also, disclaimer at this point, if you ever feel like nothing makes sense anymore and there is no reason to go on, you're not alone. There will be a reason. It's just not presenting itself right now. But if you go now, you'll miss out on it. The breathing seems normal. There is still something. What did he work out? Also still something. I'm gonna go top down.
You can check my breathing if you want. Do you want me to lie down?
Right,
Can you
we could
tell just by looking at me?
pick up on the
I'm not
checking.
worried about it, just if you are.
We could check on the breathing. I think that's not the thing. Let's go
You
again.
can check my breathing if you want. Do you want me to lie down? Can you tell just by looking at me? I'm not worried about it, just if you are.
Huh. How could I go? We already went with your breathing seems normal. That's where it came from. I can check your breathing.
I'm not sure holding my breath too long is causing blackouts. I mean,
What?
it could, but I don't remember ever having a blackout when I'm holding my breath.
That was not an answer I was expecting. That was not related to the question at all. It's morbid. Yeah, just a tiny little bit. What does the fox say? No! I've been had!
I'm not sure holding my breath too long is causing blackouts.
Causing
I mean,
blackouts.
it could, but I don't remember ever having a blackout when I'm holding my breath.
Maybe holding your breath too long causes your blackouts. I mean, it's not far off. Like, it feels like a stupid thing to say. But
I normally black out when I'm dancing.
oh,
I like dancing.
see, it's different.
Do you like dancing?
I mean, yeah, I do like dancing.
Cool. I dance to anything with a beat.
I feel that. Still feel that. I love this character she's playing, honestly. It's such a cool person, okay? It's like the type of person you want to be friends with. She's cool, okay? She also seems like she could positively be gay, so that might be part of the attraction. She's at least bisexual. Come on. Come on. Come on. Don't burst my bubble here. She has to be. There are feet. Yeah, free feet in my stream once again. I don't know why. Enjoy them. They are free of charge today. So, where do you dance?
I dance a lot at nightclubs. I know most of the nightclubs around here. My favorite is the Pearl because they sell cheap vodka shots all night.
So she dances at nightclubs. Does she go there alone?
I'm not seeing anyone at the moment, if that's what you're asking. Why can't a girl go to a club on her own? I like dancing.
I mean, you can.
I don't have many real friends, I suppose, but that's what happens when you move about a lot.
Okay, so that is a very intrusive question, but we're here for intrusive questions because we need information. So, why don't you have many friends?
Like I said, I don't really know anyone around here.
Movie length! Yay! Achievement! So she is moving a lot. Yeah, I think it's a Cthulhu necklace. Like she's an. If she she's blessed by Cthulhu. Why could she be bad? Gringa, you get why I hope that she's at least bisexual. So she had the thing that she said you moved a lot, which I can relate to. But why do you move a lot? Because that can be a thing we need to know. Like if she moves a lot willingly, something like she can live with. If she moves around a lot unwillingly, how can we help her through it? You know, those are some pointers. So let's
move around.
Let's see.
When I dance, and geographically speaking.
Yeah, but why? Girl, why? Why? But we cannot get more out of that. So sad. It doesn't have like the signs, so we cannot ask more questions with that. That's sad. If she passes out a lot, does she sustain any injuries? Right, we haven't asked for injuries yet. Do you sustain any injuries?
No, nothing like that. I usually wake up on my side like I've been sleeping. Sometimes I'm partially covered by seaweed.
She just feels like a mermaid to me. I cannot change it. How's your sleeping? Like, how are you sleeping? Are you sleeping well?
When I wake up on the beach, I normally feel refreshed, which is weird, right?
Well rested, huh?
I'm not scared. Not yet. I just want to know what's going on.
There are types of blackouts where you actually feel more rested afterwards. I do have them as well. But that's not a thing we are thinking about right now, because that would be a medical thing, and we're trying to go the psychological route here. I don't think we play a character that is informed in, like, a lot of medical fields. What nightclubs are you going to?
Pearl is great because the people are so relaxed.
Ah, yeah, right, the Pearl.
I think that's got a lot to do with the cheap vodka shots, or maybe it's just the black lighting. Who knows?
Cheap vodka shots? Not vodka. Vodka. Cheap vodka shots?
I don't drink.
Wait, last time I remember she felt like she was contradicting herself, because she says she remembers the cheap vodka shots, and she's like, she doesn't know if it's because of the cheap vodka shots, which kinda makes it sound like she is drinking them, but then she's like, I don't drink. You don't drink?
I have no idea about that.
Okay, that question leads nowhere. I understand. That is the answer they give us when we ask the question that doesn't have an answer programmed into the game. So, you know, my thought is still maybe alcohol. Because if she doesn't remember, maybe she drinks and forgets. So, wait. Then maybe before we ask that, what do you remember? Or should we ask, what do you remember after blackouts?
I mean, I don't really remember anything from the time I black out.
Okay. So she fully blacks out, like she has no memory around. Okay. She has no memory around it. So she might also forget that she did drink. So has she thought about that? Maybe alcohol causes your blackouts. Or causes the blackouts. That is also, like, that's a harsh question, because that didn't happen a lot. Or it is a dancing. Maybe she overexerts herself?
You think my dancing causes my blackouts? No, I know it's the last thing I remember, but I don't think it's that. Sometimes I remember more, but I'm tired now. Is that it for today?
She's trying to get out of it. She kind of doesn't want to talk about what she remembers more. But I'm also from the police, so I kind of have to try and see if I gently can probe a little further. Can someone watch you during blackouts?
Will you watch me to see what happens?
I know last time we said yes. The professional answer is a predicament here. If you have a sleeping lab or like a controlled environment to do that, you could do. But I'm also thinking of the fact that there is probably no controlled environment here. This might also go above and beyond the patient-doctor relationship. I'm still inclined to say yes, because I'm still inclined to, like, just wanting more information.
So, it's a date then? I'll let
See,
you know.
and that's where it gets unprofessional, so I should have said no. So now she's kind of starting the flirting age. I'm not dating my patients. That's not professional. I should have asked that right at the start, by the way. You ask about medication right at the start, right?
That doesn't mean anything to me.
Okay, but the medication question doesn't take it anywhere. Sad. So she also, I mean, I could ask. I mean, she is kind of, are you flirting? Are you?
Wow. Let's get straight to it then. I'm not sure I feel comfortable speaking with you about that at the moment.
That is fair. I hope you're not. It's not professional. I'm mentally going back to the start. She was picked up for public nudity because she blacks out and then she wakes up naked, right? Where are your clothes?
I never find my clothes. I don't
So
know
you
why.
buy a lot of them. She's just naked. She also said police is getting suspicious. I'm remembering stuff from what she told us.
I think they think I'm a naturist or something.
I love the necklace.
Picked me up 5
She's so
times
cool.
in the last month.
5 times!
I don't know.
I mistyped times.
No, I don't know about that.
Okay, the times in general don't do things. Okay, do people press charges against you?
I guess people see me and call the police. But someone will take offense eventually. And I'll
Okay,
be
so they
charged
don't
with indecent
so far.
exposure.
Okay.
I
So
never
she hasn't
find
been.
my clothes. I don't know why I'm naked.
Never find my clothes. There's still something there. I should have asked this way earlier, but how does this make you feel?
Like you're not listening.
But I am listening.
I don't know about that.
Okay, I guess. But she also said she wakes up like she had been washed up on shore, right? Do you go into the sea? Could that be a thing?
Sometimes I go swimming in the sea. I don't always black out.
Are you a good swimmer?
I'm a great swimmer. I won all these medals at school. I can hold my breath a really long time.
She's really proud of that.
Too long. Really.
Like, honestly, why do you talk about holding your breath that much?
I hold my breath when I'm swimming underwater. Most people do. Sometimes,
True.
if I'm really excited, I'll hold my breath accidentally, just for a few seconds. I don't know
That's
why.
also normal. It's actually more normal for shock situations. If you're shocked, you tend to hold your breath. We do that subconsciously. If you're in a shock situation, the most important thing is to remind yourself to breathe. Because that is a thing you immediately stop doing. But your brain needs oxygen to work. So breathing can help you regain control over your thought process. And as such, can help you regain control over yourself in a panic situation. Does she have dreams when she blacks out? Oh, that's interesting. That is very interesting. But apparently it would only lead to the same thing, like, do you black out often? Is she really diving maybe during blackout?
When I wake up, my hair is dry, but it's pretty hot at the moment. I get baked quickly by the sun. It's possible I've been in the sea during my blackout.
She gets baked quickly by the sun, but she has no injuries afterward, which I suppose includes sunburn.
I don't have an answer for that.
Sad. We have some notes to go through. Mariana has been through a lot. I wonder how this all makes her feel. Good thing I asked that already. Mariana has blackouts. Does she remember anything during verbal mirroring? Okay, not a lot of new notes. She's on the beach, right? Do you go to the beach often?
I work for myself. I make bracelets from things I find on the beach and sell them online.
Right. We got that last time too.
A lot of time at the beach.
Some sort of fish. She's
Way
a
more
mermaid.
relaxing than anywhere else.
Pretty sure.
You should come with me one day. I can show you all the sights.
She is a bit flirty. I don't know if it's flirting, but you know, she's a bit flirty. Also, free feed for you again. Does it sell well? Like, do you sell many bracelets?
It's early days. The business isn't doing that great, but
I feel
I
that.
really enjoy my job, if that helps. You can make
That's
a lot
good.
of money, or you can have a lot of fun, but you can't usually do both.
I can understand the initial idea with the generalized anxiety disorder. She must also worry a lot. That is a thing solopreneurs do. We know why she's at the beach. We know about the bracelets. Is there any other reason why you keep going to the beach?
I love the beach. Until somebody tells me it's gonna kill me, I'll keep going. Have you
That's
ever
extreme.
been addicted to something, Doctor?
No, I don't think I have ever been addicted. At least not to something.
That's a shame. You need to have a passion for something, Doctor.
Yeah, but passion and addiction are two different things, Mariana. You gotta differentiate. I mean, wait. What do we have in our list? Wonder if I can probe further, though. Wait, didn't she say she doesn't want my diagnosis to be influenced by the prognosis? What prognosis? Do you write it like that? Gnosis do you are you looking for? Because sometimes they come in with a goal, you know, and knowing that goal can be helpful.
I want to stop having the blackouts. I want to stop waking up at the beach.
Fair.
I want to remember those entire evenings. Can you suggest anything that might help?
Honestly, Mariana that's a good actor. I mean, maybe you should stop dancing. I hate to suggest that.
If that's what you want, I'll stop clubbing for a while. It's no biggie.
Yeah, or you should avoid drinking, because I still don't trust that. She's creepy, this game is scary. I think she's kind of nice. But then again, I seem to have a... You know... I've got a type. You could also stop drinking.
Yes, the miracle cure that fixes all problems. You sound like a real doctor now.
And you sound like somebody who actually drinks and does not drink. You just don't want to talk about drinking, so we don't know if you have a drinking habit because you don't want to talk about that, which is a little bit of an irky thing, but I do not know enough information to really think about that. Perhaps Mariana should stop going to the beach or have somebody watch or record her. Ha! Way quicker than your notes! Way quicker than your notes here. Way quicker than your notes. So, we're still about Dr. Dekker, right? Let's get back to the start again. She's been a patient, right? How long have you been a patient? I should have asked that quicker. I forgot about it.
I've been here for 3 months. Today is my patient birthday. Do I get a cake or something?
I cannot say no to her. She's just charming. Yes, you can have cake.
That is so sweet. Thank you, Doctor.
She's so cute. Oh, she's green! She turned green! We're done with her! But I wanted to make sure I also ask... Tell me something about Dr. Dekker. Oh, we did that. Okay, I didn't know if I asked her. We're done with Mariana! We didn't need any hints! Nice! Okay, and I do remember we did Bryce next. The one with the extra hour. I'm gonna go and try Bryce next. So let's start normally again. Who are you?
I'm Bryce Hemmings. You must be the new doctor.
I am, kinda. No, I wanna know why he died. No, I did not know Dr. Dekker.
He was an antagonistic
Oh, I dodged.
psycho.
Sorry.
I hope you're not from the same school of thought.
Okay, so he did not like Dekker. But he is still his patient, so That's a whole different thing. So what exactly do you think of Dr. Dekker?
I didn't really like Dr. Dekker, and for quite
But
a
you
few
still went
reasons,
there.
actually. I'd rather talk about my own problems for now, though, if you don't mind.
Well, what is your problem?
Originally, I was suffering with depression. Work was piling up, I kept missing deadlines. I wasn't used to all the failure. I got depressed.
Understandable and sad. What's your job?
I'm a grave digger, Doctor. And people are dying quicker than we can bury them.
See, kind of still feels weird to think of that as a very job with a lot of pressure, but it doesn't change the fact that he experienced the pressure. And that's the only thing that matters here. Like, a job can be easy to some and hard for others. So that's fair. You know, why didn't you like Dr. Dekker?
Dr. Dekker would say one thing and do another. He would push me to do things I didn't want to do. He was getting worse towards the end. I'm surprised he didn't kill himself.
Did you bury him?
I'm pro-cremation. Not just because I don't have to dig a grave. They still need a hole for the interment of ashes. It's more dignified, like you're becoming one with the universe again. Rotting in a wooden box. Even if you turn completely into atoms, how would you escape? Even bits of the universe get lonely, I'd imagine.
As a being that is part of the universe, the concept of lonely doesn't exist, but it could get lonely. Do you feel lonely?
We're all alone to some extent, don't you think? I don't have any friends, so I suppose that makes me lonely. In the midnight hour, though, I have as many friends as I like. Do you have a favourite celebrity, Doctor? In the hour, I could take a picture of myself with them, like we're the best of friends.
That's new. Why do you not have many friends?
No, sorry.
Okay. Well, no, I don't have a favorite celebrity.
That's meaningless to me.
Then why did you ask me? Midnight hour? Wait, you know, what do you mean with midnight hour?
It's a bizarre thing to know you have an extra hour every day.
Oh, yeah, that's where the extra hour comes in.
Midnight now, so I can appreciate the extra time. I get a lot of work done in that time. I'm completely caught up. The depression is no longer an issue. 25 hours is a blessing for me. But apparently, it's not real, and I'm insane for thinking it is. What do you think, Doctor?
See, that's again the thing that I said last time. It doesn't really matter if others do not experience it like you do. It seems to clearly help him in this case. So it seems to clearly help him in this case. And if something really helps you, it doesn't have to be inherently bad. Like, it has a good side. It's the way of what helps you how to figure out if it's actually good in the long run. But this seems to be, so far, he seems to be very motivated around the middle of the night. And it doesn't matter if it's a thing his mind does with the extra hour, or if there is actually something magical going on. That doesn't matter. I don't think he's just insane for that. So we always need to know, so...
I thought it would be too early to make a diagnosis.
That's not a diagnosis, that's a
anyway.
Personal opinion. So what about the extra hour? Tell me more.
Slow down, Doctor. You don't have to ask me all the questions at once. Try one at a time.
Okay, somehow this was two questions at once. That is the confused answer. What extra hour? Maybe my sentence was too long.
Midnight each day.
It was.
Time,
okay.
as you know, it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost a stop.
I love this effect.
I'm free to wander around and do as I please. An hour later, normal reality continues. It's my very own midnight hour.
Okay, I see. What do you do during the extra hour? Like, what do you do with that time? He catches up on work, he said, but anything else? Oh, so that's what extra hour? Okay. The fact that he is not surprised by Dr. Dekker's murder kind of still irks me. So, do you know any? I'm gonna ask him a couple of questions about himself to like help him through the fact that he, of course, wants to get what he paid for, aka therapy. So therapy has to be about him. But I still have this goal of ultimately figuring out the murder around Dr. Dekker. So I'm just gonna like alternate a little bit with the questions here. So I do not get another answer that sounds like, you know, he doesn't want to talk about Dekker. I don't know if that's anything that's actually in this game, but, you know, kind of trying to think ahead. So do you know anything about the murder?
Yes, Dr. Dekker was murdered. Quelle surprise. Murder does seem a bit harsh, doesn't it? And another grave to dig. I know as much about it as you do. Less, I would imagine.
Okay. So he also said he takes pictures with celebrities and him as if they were friends. And you see him with a camera a lot. So do you like taking pictures? Do you like photography?
I have great shots of all the tourist sites. It's amazing what exposure you can use when moving cars are literally frozen still. Must be the sharp focus.
So he feels very focused during that time. Do you feel very focused in that time? I hope I'm writing this correct.
For you.
Time actually freezes?
In the hour, people are pliable. They don't move. But I can move them. As soon as my hour is up, they start moving again. As if
I've seen like that
at all.
Oh no, he's living the dream! He's living the dream! He is living the dream. So they are pliable. But how do you know?
Isn't it obvious? I've tried moving them, of course. People are often frozen in the most inconvenient positions.
Dude, what are you doing? What do you mean with inconvenient positions?
I do a lot of work in my extra hour. I move people into graves.
Are they... Chat. I don't know if I should ask this. Are they... Do you think they are still alive while they are buried? Are they still alive when you move them into graves? I'm not getting an answer. It just leads me back to the last answer. Da-da-da-dum! Well, this is a horror game. This is a horror game. It feels like that. Yeah, it does. It does. Holy fuck! Okay, let's do something. You know, he said Dr. Dekker made him do things. So, did Dr. Dekker try to push you to do something?
I know you're asking questions to try and get a bearing, but I'd rather not talk about that now. Let's just enjoy the getting to know you phase before the ugliness kicks in.
What ugliness?
Doctor, pace yourself, please. This is my session. I'm paying.
Seems like he likes being a little more in control. He seems to get anxious as soon as I probe deeper. Well then, getting to know you. Do you believe in God?
I'm not sure I believe in any religion anymore. I used to believe in God, but not anymore.
I mean, he buries people, so there's a lot around dead.
To pick from, don't you think?
Well, yeah, there are a lot of religions. That is true. Yes, there are a lot of religions.
Then we agree. Have you watched Zeitgeist, Doctor?
I
Some
haven't
of it
still.
is believable, and the part about most religions stemming
Thanks,
from the
Gary.
same
Thanks,
basic
Lyric.
facts. It's more likely they've all got it wrong than one of them has got it right.
Who do you think got it right?
Sorry, I don't know anything about that.
He has no opinion. Good, I understand. So let's roll back mentally. Do we have notes? No. Let's roll back mentally on Bryce. He was depressed because of the amount of work and his failure. And he said he was not used to failure. You said you're not used to failure. Does that mean you are usually an
Apparently
overachiever?
I've gone a little mad. For me, I have 25-hour days.
Well, yeah, we figured that out. Yes. Sometimes I blow on my ice cream before I take a bite. I have no idea why. Brain, food is very temperature. Also, brain, no worry. Learn from soup. Know what do. Back to the game. So we still have a thing. What extra hour?
At midnight each day, time as you know it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost a stop. But I don't. I'm free to wander around and do as I please. An hour later, normal reality continues. It's my very own midnight hour.
I'm gonna try again. What do you do during midnight hour? What do you do during the extra hour? No answer. Maybe rephrase. What do you do in the extra hour?
In the extra hour, I
Okay.
mainly catch up with work.
It was
It's a
in.
godsend. Sometimes I play chess against myself. It relaxes and strengthens the mind all at once.
That means, do you like playing chess?
I like chess. I still play sometimes when I can find an opponent. There's nothing more satisfying than planning scores of moves in advance and then watching things unfold as you saw them. I shouldn't have told anyone about the Queen.
What queen?
I stumbled across a relic myself, an ancient chess piece, a queen, I believe. The best chess piece, the most freedom of movement. But they took it away immediately and proclaimed the whole east side of Henley Church a protected site of archaeological importance, which means we're not allowed to use it until the archaeologists have finished. I wish I hadn't told anyone.
Are there many? Like, that's kind of weird. Are there many archaeologists at your workplace? That just took me back to another question. Okay. They proclaimed it a relic. What sort of relic? No, that's the Queen. You work at Henley Church? Tell me about... Like, if it's a church, what religion is the church? So tell me about... I hope it's Henley Church, otherwise I have to listen into it to see the reading.
I can't help you there.
Okay.
I like chess. I still play sometimes when I can find an opponent. There's nothing more satisfying than planning scores of moves in advance and then watching things unfold as you saw them. I shouldn't have told anyone about the Queen.
I can understand why it's satisfying to plan in advance and then watch your plans unfold. So, but I have to request, why do you like... What's your reason, you know? Why do you like planning moves in advance?
I do like to be in control, but then I suppose most people do. Nobody wants life to carry them along helplessly.
Bye, Barry. See you
Everyone
later.
wants to kick against it and make their own way. Do you like to be in control, Doctor?
Well, depends on when, but kind of yeah, I like to be in control.
If you like being in control, you'll have a tough time here. I saw it with Dr. Dekker, such control, such stability. But he unraveled at the end.
How did Dr. Dekker unravel?
He couldn't keep control of everything, of everyone. He just set us up like dominoes, but we all toppled in unexpected ways. You'll find it all out in time, Doctor. Just not today. Can't have your head exploding, can we?
I love these actors. Do you think Dr. Dekker committed suicide?
He wasn't a good man. I don't know how he could live with himself. Perhaps he couldn't.
Perhaps. I remember last time he complained about the shovel. I don't know if we had that already, but I'm gonna ask that. So, why is it hard to find someone who can use a shovel? Yeah, I remember him saying that. I remember him saying it's hard to find somebody who can use a shovel, which kind of is odd, right?
The church where I work is located on an old Norman motte and bailey. You can't use mechanical diggers or excavators there in case you destroy a relic.
Oh, that's because, okay. That's the reason for relics. What relic? Maybe that works now. Can you really not tell me about Henley Church?
Henley Church is relatively small. Well,
Did I?
the number
Oh,
of
maybe
bodies they expect us
Oh.
to pack into the ground, it's relatively small. The whole building was once owned by Scientologists, but they
So it
handed
wasn't
back
on
to the
time yet.
community as a tax break, I believe. Or they'd finished doing whatever it was they wanted to do with it.
What do you think about... How do you write that? Scientology? Do you believe in God? Maybe, I mean, he said he doesn't really have a religion, but do you believe in Scientology? No, that just, it's the same. Do you like the extra? Wait, let's go
At
again.
midnight each day. Time as you know it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost a stop. But I don't. I'm free to wander around and do as I please. An hour later, normal reality continues. It's my very own midnight hour.
Okay, so we have that. We have this. Let's just look through the open questions for now.
Originally, I was suffering with depression. Work was piling up. I kept missing deadlines. I wasn't used to all the failure. I got depressed.
Will we talk about the depression? Why were you depressed? I mean,
You'd think
we know,
being a
but...
gravedigger had its perks, but it can be very stressful. There's a trend going towards burial rather than cremation again. And as well as running out of space, we're running out of competent gravediggers. At least ones that can use a shovel, that is.
See, that was the thing
I'm
we
not
found
feeling
last
anywhere near
time.
as depressed
I
as
remember
used
that.
to, though. Not since I got the extra hour.
Okay, so I remembered that one. That one was what we got last time. Okay, so... But we definitely got more out of it already. Do I have notes? No. So he's on orange. Now we have some green things to go through. And there's only one green thing that I see.
I'm
it's
not
this.
sure I believe in any religion anymore.
Wait, you used to believe in God?
I'm not sure God would have given a man an extra hour a day.
Huh.
Not just a single man. My extra hour is a gift, but sometimes it's a curse.
Why is your extra or a curse sometimes?
I sound like I'm complaining, don't I? I'll stop now.
No. We're not complaining, bro. You're fine. It's
Henley
interesting
Church,
to
where I
know.
work, is located on an old
It's Henley,
Norman
okay.
motte and bailey. You can't use mechanical diggers or excavators there in case you destroy a relic.
Maybe now what sort of relic? No, it still gets queen tea. We talked about Henley Church.
Is that something I should know about?
I do want to know more about that. Are there archaeologists at your workplace? Are there archaeologists at Henley Church? Why? I can also put like words in.
I don't know.
Okay. So you prefer cremation? Oh, we talked about that. Let me think. There is still something missing. Clearly. Or did we get everything? We get everything now? No. Still something missing with Bryce. Maybe it's about Dekker. Maybe it's about Dekker. What do you think about Dekker? Now we have Bryce. I did not know Dekker. What exactly do you think of Dekker? Why didn't you like Dr. Dekker? Do you know anything about the murder? We also asked him if Dekker committed suicide. We also asked him if Dekker pushed him to anything. So I think that is not what we're looking for, because I can't think of more questions around that.
Henley
It's
Church,
still this
where
one.
I work, is located on an old Norman motte and bailey.
Is Henley
You can't
Church?
use mechanical diggers or excavators there in case you destroy a relic.
Why did you give them the queen? Did you hand it over? He had to, right?
I have no knowledge of that.
Okay. Did you hand the relic over to them? Doesn't work. I know we have everything about Henley Church already. What about the relic? You found a relic. Yeah, it still doesn't get it anywhere. But it's definitely something with that. What? How is it called? How is it written?
Henley Church, where I work, is
Bailey. Okay.
Allegedly, Henley Church is located on an old Norman motte and bailey castle. I say allegedly because a relic was found and dated around that century, but the archaeologists haven't found any further proof as yet.
For now, say, for now. Oh, we're done with Bryce! We're done with Bryce, everyone! We did it! Okay, that was the last thing. We need to have more about the excavation, more info. Yeah, Mariana's currently done. She's currently on green. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point we can come back to it, because there are still open questions, but there are not open questions right now, so, you know? So we did Bryce. We still have Claire. She radiates gay, I don't know why. Ellen? And Nathan. Don't walk away, I want to see you. Seems to be a boy. I'm gonna get into Claire's questions for now. She seems cool. So let's just start with Claire as well. Who are you?
My name is Claire Castleford, and as I'm paying a small fortune for these sessions, I'd expect you to be up to speed, Doctor.
Okay, I don't think she's that cool anymore. Why are you paying a small fortune?
Being rich has its perks, but honestly, I would give it all up in a heartbeat if it could free me from this madness.
Very gay though. Including the witch thing? I don't know if I like her. Like, there's just... The introduction came off a little bit aloof, didn't it? Yeah, he's not making it easier, but we got him. In the end, we got him. Let's just go through the standards. Why are you here?
Well, according to your predecessor, I'm a delusional psychotic with obsessive tendencies.
Because you're a witch.
Oh, and a
okay,
history.
I see.
Sounds so cold when you put it like that, though, doesn't it?
We talked about potential wrong diagnoses, before, so I cannot tell yet. That's just what Dekker said. That doesn't mean it's what I'm gonna be saying. So, tell me about those issues. What was it again? What was the list again?
Well, according to your predecessor, I'm a delusional psychotic with obsessive tendencies.
Yeah, let's tell me about those tendencies.
I'm obsessed with my husband. It's
Fair.
absurd, really.
So not gay. See? Not everybody who looks gay is gay. Fuck me. She kind of radiates it though. I don't know why. I can't put my finger on it. But that's maybe she just has this energy and she isn't it at all. That's, you know, you can't see what people are. This is the best and easiest way to tell. So let's go through that again.
It's absurd, really.
Why is it absurd?
Because he is here. And he shouldn't be.
There should be a one-on-one session. Is her husband dead? Why shouldn't your husband be here?
He's lucky to be alive. He almost died.
He almost died?
My husband is not a well man. We've been having problems for a while now.
Why is he not well?
His health, if you can call it that, has been deteriorating rapidly in the last few weeks. I can't cope with caring for him anymore.
Oh, has his health deteriorated?
Since our altercation, he's become less and less active. His mind's become less and less active too.
Ah, that's bad.
Conversationalist at one time. Now more of an enigmatic husk.
Okay, that's sad. Is her husband not real? You don't know. If she cares for him, he might be in the waiting room. And that also makes sense that if, like, he kind of shouldn't be here. I'm eating krupuk. Crap chips. Tell me about how you take care of him.
David has trouble looking after himself. Sometimes I'll leave the lake house and he's just sitting in the rocking chair on the porch. And when I return the next evening, he's still there, just staring into the stars. He needs help, I know, but I can't hire anybody to care for him.
Sad. You have a lake house?
David's staying at the lake house. It belonged to my parents, but I don't use it much anymore. I have the main house to myself.
Fancy. So, she does seem loaded. Crap shit. Yeah, krupuk. Wait. You have maybe seen them. You may have seen them before. Let me just grab an image. Oh, people also call them shrimp crackers. Apparently people also call them shrimp crackers. Like, you see these things? Those are closer to what I'm eating right now. They look very yellow here, but those are basically white chips. They do go with a lot of names. But yeah. She said something about a David. Who is David?
Keep up, Doctor. David is my husband.
Ah, makes sense. I mean, he does not work, but does David work?
David doesn't work, no. He's not very communicative anymore, so a job is out of the question. He used to be an optician. Now he just spends all his time at the lake house, frittering his time away.
What do you mean by frittering? Never heard that word before.
He abhors technology. Mainly he hunts things and then creates huge
thanks for the posture check.
That I'm sure will be the death of him and the lake house at some point.
Just gonna be upfront. Did you try to kill your husband?
I don't understand what you're getting at, Doctor. Please be more specific.
Did you try to kill David?
I think we'd get along a lot better if you stuck to asking me one question at a time.
Kill David?
That sounds like a question I shouldn't answer without a lawyer present.
True. She said at the beginning she had a history of violence. What history of violence? She seems
To be fair,
easier
there was
to
only one
question.
violent outburst. That hardly qualifies as a history of violence.
Thank you.
And he provoked me.
Who provoked you?
It was a brief moment of temporary insanity. Or temporary clarity, I'm not really sure which. David had been having an affair with his assistant optician, Iris.
Oh.
How predictable. Not just the affair, but an optician named Iris.
Tell me about that violent outburst a bit more.
I stabbed him with a steak knife. Shocking, isn't it?
Oh, a yandere. You stabbed him. Why did you stab him? Okay. Do you often get angry? I can't understand her,
I never
but
used to get angry. Ever. If you're angry, you're not in control. Isn't that right? And it would be very bad for me to lose control.
why is it bad if you lose control?
Let's save that for another time, shall we? I'm rich, but I'm not made of money. And I'm fairly sure my time is up.
Not yet. Give me a second. Do you work?
I don't work. I don't need to. Everything's paid for 100 times over.
House officer achievement. Nice.
Iris was David's assistant optician.
Do you know Iris?
Not anymore. No, not like that. I didn't kill her or anything.
Not yet.
Just that I changed the optician into a florist after David died. Optometry was his dream, not mine.
She did. She stabbed him. She's a yandere, confirmed. Like her. Why aren't you in prison? Let's be honest.
What I did, there are people that might think I belonged in prison. What do you think, Doctor? Can I be saved with therapy, or should I be locked up like a dangerous criminal?
Like, I want to have money, so yeah, you can be, as you say, saved with therapy.
You have a lot of faith in your abilities. That's good.
No, I don't.
I look forward to being completely cured.
I look forward to getting a lot of money. I'm sorry. So what exactly happened to Iris? We did that? Okay. How long have you been married?
We've been married for 7 years, but we don't have any children. Thank God.
Do you not like children?
David wanted children, but I didn't. I don't think we would have made very good parents. There's no mystery to it. Some people are just not cut out to be parents.
Fair.
I don't think I can see either of us wiping sticky fingers or mending grazed knees.
Fair. Definitely fair. Not everybody has to have kids, like... Why didn't you, divorce David?
Divorce is such an imperfect means of separating two people, don't you think?
It's an expensive means.
I thought he was my soulmate and that I would do anything for him. That's a weakness that has caused me problems.
I can understand her, but she's definitely a yandere. She's such a yandere. She is. What problems in general, like, do you have? Maybe with David, with your life right now?
I should have divorced him. I wish I had. So much could have been avoided.
Wait, what could have been avoided when...
Our altercation. The downfall since.
Wait. What altercation?
I tried to hurt David once. That's why I'm here, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not proud of my behavior, but I was very angry. It was a private matter, though. The police should never have been involved.
Wait. The police was involved? And you're not behind bars?
The police think I'm dangerous. I'm only sitting here talking to you because I have a lot of money. Otherwise, there's no doubt I'd be thrown into prison for a very long time.
She did.
That's why I need your help, Doctor.
I see. How long have you been a patient? Like, maybe we can, like, get a hint on how long this has been going on?
For about 3 months.
Okay, so it's not too long ago. What do you mean by downfall earlier?
This is exhausting, Doctor. I'm not used to spitting everything out in one session.
Yeah, maybe you start getting used to it. Wait, you wanted to help me. How can I help you?
I need you to believe me. That's why I'm paying for these sessions. Everyone else thinks I'm crazy and dangerous. Everyone else thinks I've lost my mind.
Well, have you lost your mind?
They think I'm seeing things, making things up. I don't want to talk about it.
Why? I need to know. Are you seeing things? Like, I'm not her actual therapist. I need to probe deeper.
Yes, Dr. Dekker did think I was delusional when he first met me. He changed his mind after getting to know me better, as I hope he will too.
Okay. How well did you know Dr. Dekker? Getting back to my original objective.
I don't understand what you're getting at, Doctor. Please be more specific.
Did you know Dekker?
I think we'd get along a lot better if you stuck to asking me one question at a time.
Dr. Dekker?
The most shocking thing about Dr. Dekker's death is that it didn't bring it upon
Sometimes.
himself. But then I hadn't known him for a very long time. Perhaps I was wrong about him. Though the fact that he drank so much is a good indicator of his mental state.
He drank a lot? Okay, so we know more about Dekker. Apparently Dekker was a drunkard. So tell me, did you tell me about those, delusions?
Delusions. As in, seeing things that are not there. I'm not going to be any more specific. It's not true in any case. I'm not delusional.
Well, her thinking or saying that she is not delusional is a thing that I need to know. So that's fair. Dekker drunk?
I thought it was common knowledge that he drank. You could smell it on his breath when you got close to him.
Okay.
He had a bottle in his drawer. Such a cliche.
She seems to be very in the know about her surroundings, or thinking that she does. Okay, we're on orange. We can get her to green, and then we rate berry. So her parents aren't using it anymore, the house. I remember. Because she's staying at the house of her parents, because her parents aren't using it anymore. And she has it all to herself. What happened to your parents? Did you kill them?
I'm an only child, and my parents are both dead.
Oh.
Naturally, I inherited everything.
Well then, how... I need to know, how did your parents die? Was it stab wounds?
It was an accident.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't feel like talking about it at the moment.
But her husband was also in an accident. So Dr. Dekker is still a green one. Tell me about
David
you.
has trouble looking after himself. Sometimes I'll leave the lake house and he's just sitting in the rocking chair on the porch. And when I return the next evening, he's still there, just staring into the stars. He needs help, I know, but I can't hire anybody to care for him.
Wait, why? You said you were loaded. Why can't you hire anyone?
David's not ready for company. I hope to take you to see him one day and you'll see for yourself.
She's such a yandere. I love the character. It's so nice. It's so cool. Notes just don't update for us. Police was
seem to
involved.
think I'm dangerous. I'm only sitting here talking to you because I have a lot of money.
Wait, are you? Are
I
you
assume
dangerous?
They think I'm dangerous because I stabbed my husband.
That makes sense. That makes sense. It does. Have you talked about madness?
I'm in a bit of a predicament, Doctor. I'll get to that.
You'll get to talk about madness. Okay, good. Like, I'd be scared of a woman that stabs her husband. I am worried, but I can understand you with Lyric. Yeah, that's probably the healthy thing to do. Damn, she radiates energy though. God dang it. Maybe I'm just... Maybe it's just me that's the gay one here, okay? Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just gay. Just like... Okay, let's I should help her. Let's just say where you maybe temporarily insane.
Who's to say who is sane or insane?
She kind of feels like she starts like this. You know, she starts like this. And then when she sees her husband cheat, she's like... And then she ends up being like... But I love you so much. You know? She's a true yandere. Okay, so...
The most shocking thing about Dr. Dekker's death is that he didn't bring it upon himself.
Wait. So, you think Dekker was murdered?
I don't know who killed Dr. Dekker, but I imagine that in his line of work he met a lot of unstable people. Perhaps he pushed someone too far.
It's possible. Or do you think he... like Dr. Dekker could have been suicidal?
Dr. Dekker just had that look about him. You know what they say about us crazies. Takes one to know one.
Fair.
The most shocking thing about Dr. Dekker's death is that he didn't bring it upon himself. But then I hadn't known him for a very long time. Perhaps I was wrong about him. Though the fact that he drank so much is a good indicator of his mental state.
How well did you know Dr. Dekker? I want to know.
I didn't really know Dr. Dekker that well.
Oh, now I can.
I never met him outside of our sessions, and we spent those discussing my therapy, not making small talk.
We got her to green! I got the vibes that she or Bruce killed the dog. Maybe she killed the dog and Bruce buried him. Well, Bruce answered with he likes cremation better when I asked him, did you bury the doctor? So... But yay! So that's for a goal today. We got Bryce, Claire, and Nathan without hints to green. Next is just getting Ellen and Nathan to green. I'll do that next stream. So whatever is the next stream day, that is not a collab, I will do this. We're 9% progress is a lot to do with the game, actually. Even though we did get a lot done, but we will go on. We'll rate first. I'm gonna go in the goodbye screen. I love you all a lot. Thank you for being with me again today for almost 5 hours. Hey, thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to subscribe. It really helps me out. And thank you so much to Zelex90 and Westmake87 for supporting me on Ko-fi to make these videos happen. And you can also support further videos coming up and see your name here in the credits. Just hit the link in the description and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye!